Ladies and gentlemen, the following is another amazing episode of the Wrestling Fast Podcast, Ringside Society. In one corner, we have the greatest thing on God's green earth. No, we're not talking about money, Mary Jane, or Popeye spinach. He is the tranquil dart of Ringside Society and Delaware's greatest American hero. It takes two to make a thing go right. He's Rob Bass, and you are not. And the second quarter, we have that ocean crossing, straight up bossing, flight catching, shot glass snatching, always on the go. Catch him if you can. Said his name in Guyana. Now they love him in Japan. No cap, the worldwide star boy, Remy Blue. And our special guest tonight is a young lady who recently graduated from the Nightmare Factory Class 1. And she also had one of the most kick-ass, most badass entrances in Nightmare Factory Student Showcase history alongside her tag team partner, Brooke Havoc. She lives life a quarter mile at a time. Everybody, welcome to the show, Kat Spencer.
Hey.
Woo! Kat, thank you very much for giving us this opportunity. We really and truly appreciate it.
Yeah.
You've been on our radar for a while. The rest of Class 1 has been on our radar for a while. We really and truly are grateful for this opportunity. How you doing? Where you at? You're in Georgia now, right?
Yeah. I live in Georgia.
Oh, cool. How's everything with you and the weather down there?
It's hot. I hate how hot it is actually, but the last 2 days it rained because of the tropical storm that came through. So that was
Oh,
nice.
okay.
Cooled it down a little bit, but then it's hot again today.
Wow, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, so I saw you guys. You been making a couple of trips, man, up to like Rob's part of town, man, Delaware. Y'all
Yeah,
up there, kicking ass and taking names. You and the Renegade Twins.
yeah. Yeah, we went up
They
there
were
for
beating people up.
CCW.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
were beating people up like 2 feet from me. I was scared. I didn't want to get in their way. I was trying to turn away. Like, nope.
Yeah.
I see what they're doing to their opponents. I wanted none of that. Nope.
Me, if I saw that, I would have ran like a couple of rows away, man. I would have been like, nah, not me and that. I'm good. I like the action, but I don't like the action that much. Like to, you know. But yeah, that was I was really a part of it on Facebook Live. Shout out to Marcello and the One CW gang for making that happen. But
Yes.
I saw that match on Facebook Live, and y'all dominated, man. Those Renegade Twins, woo,
Yeah.
jeez,
We take names.
yeah, that was a brutal match, man. Y'all did not play. Yeah. So would it be safe to say, because I didn't want to put on our podcast promo pic, but is it safe to say that you are officially the third member of the Renegades?
Yeah. They have officially made me a renegade. Uh I mean,
Wow.
I've been I hang out with those girls almost every weekend. I train with them, so we're together like all the time. But those two are like my
Woo!
sisters, my
I'm gonna play,
sisters.
man. I'm gonna play. I'm gonna play armchair booker right now and say this, and I don't care if people judge me for this, but there's only one more person missing from that group, and that's your tag team partner from the Nightmare Factory showcase, student
Brooke,
showcase, Brooke Havoc. If she
yes.
joins, let's, let's just say
Hey.
y'all are gonna remind me of a certain stable that I grew up watching.
Oh yeah, is it four? Yeah. I mean, I've talked to the sisters about it. I mean, we're pretty open to bringing Brooke in if Brooke wants to come once she's cleared for in ring again. I love Brooke. Brooke is always my tag partner.
Yeah, y'all were, man. I'll never forget when I saw that student showcase match. Y'all just pulled up in that black vehicle, and I was
Yeah.
like, "Yo, that's badass, man." I mean, that's
Yeah.
that's 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 as badass as Trent and Chuck Taylor coming in with Trent's mom's SUV. That's as badass as that. And then I think her name is Baby or MJ Baby. She made
Yeah,
the
baby.
big mistake of actually pouring orange juice on y'all's vehicle. I was
Okay,
like,
there was,
oh snap.
you know, I was like, no, you don't. There's one thing you never do. You don't mess with someone's car. Like, no, that's a huge no-no. I'm a car person down deep, and you don't mess with someone's car. That is a no-no.
Dudes. Yeah, man. That ass whooping y'all put on her, I was like, oh geez, man. I felt sorry for her, man. I wish I would have been there to tell her, no, don't do that. No, leave it alone.
She needed someone to warn
Put the
her.
orange, put the orange juice somewhere else, man. Not in the car, man. Oh, it's going to be bad for you. But yeah, so I always ask everybody that comes on to the show because we like to give like the listeners and our fellow fans a bit of a backstory. So, what I normally ask is, what was the pay per view or the event that made you become a fan of professional wrestling?
Oh, it was honestly, it was the Usos versus the New Day Hell in a Cell in 2017, I believe it was. That match, I watched that match like on repeat a lot. I don't. It was just because I found wrestling like really late. Like I've only been watching since 2017 or so, and that was the match that just completely sold me on it. And I was like, I this is amazing. They've told a great story, and I was locked in. I was like, I got to do this.
Wow, that was you started with a great match. I remember that match, man. I felt for them. I felt for all four of those guys because I was
Yeah.
like, man,
Oh,
that
oh,
was an intense match. And ever since then, like I always like put respect on New Day's name because at first when I first saw them, I was like, oh, I mean, I always knew the Usos could bring it,
yeah.
but I had my doubts about the New Day. I was like, man, the New Day are just another shucking and jiving tag team. They're just gonna have their little flash in the pan moment, and then they're gonna. But those guys have been like upping the ante ever since. Like they've been elevating themselves with every match, and that match definitely made me like the fact that like one of the longest title reigns too. No, actually
Mhm.
the longest title reign in WWE history made me like start putting more like respecting them more in terms of what they can do and so on. Yeah, that was you started off with a pretty good match right there. That was definitely a classic.
Yeah.
So did you start like you said that? So you said that was 2017. So did you start like immediately after, or were there some years when you were like, you know what, I got to take care of some business first, then start, then go to wrestling school?
Yeah. So, I actually, yeah, I didn't start. I started working out in like late 2018, maybe it was 2019, and I just started just weightlifting, trying to get back in shape. Um, and then it wasn't until 2020, like right before the pandemic, I actually got in contact with QT, and I I hounded him for like months because I was trying to get in there. I think it was like in May, and then the pandemic hit, so like things were put on hold, and I just kept messaging. I was like, I'm interested still. I want to get in to the school. I can't. I like this is what I want to do, and I bugged him for like most of the summer until I got into the camp in September. So it was probably about a 2-year gap before I actually started fully committed into wrestling, and then like another year and a half before I actually got to get in ring.
Wow, that's cool. It's like my mom used to say, everything happens for a reason.
Yeah.
And with you saying that you got to like take time off, and it was a 2 year gap. Had you started right away, I mean, yeah, you may have been like advanced, but at the same time, we never would have gotten to see you in that student showcase.
Yeah.
So it all worked out. And plus,
Exactly.
ever with that first ever graduating class, they actually had a group photo and put it all over like social media. Like even Cody did it. They were like, "This is our first ever graduating class from the
Yeah.
Nightmare Factory. Congrats to everybody and whatnot." So, because I know we've interviewed some people from before it was known as Nightmare Factory, when it was known as, I think it was called One Fall, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was called One Fall, and um, a couple of them I think had appearances on some of those showcases, but not like in ring action.
Hmm.
So it actually worked out for you.
Yeah. No, it definitely did. And I'm glad I waited and ended up going in the first class, because one, again, yeah, we're the first class. No one else gets to say that we were part of the first class, or they were part of the first class. But like, I got to meet great people. I met like three of the best dudes who are my best friends and I live with now. Um and dating one of them, it it couldn't have asked to for it to start any sooner.
Cool. Yeah, that's definitely definitely all worked out for you. And I can tell you right now, I'm not saying this just because you're in front of me. I see a lot of great things for you, Brooke Havoc and the Renegade Twins. I swear, if I ever hear y'all become a stable, I'm gonna go out there and buy me a shirt. If my money's right, I'm gonna buy me two shirts in two different
Okay.
colors, and I'm gonna walk around there with my chest like, yeah, yeah, this is my team right here. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
I've done it before. I've done it before. I've had a few
Well,
wrestlers be like,
hey.
yo, Remy, you're the man, dude. Thanks. Yeah. But so you
Coming
said
your way
so
if it
I
ever
gotta
comes.
ask I gotta ask you, Kat, were you part of the varsity team in high school? Because when I first saw you, I was like, wow, this girl looks like a legit like athlete. Like she probably got a scholarship to college. I would not want to work out with her because she would kick my ass in the gym. She would have me doing 100 jumping jacks, a 5 mile run, and 50 burpees. That's just a warm up. I'm almost 40, so my old body can't take that. But yeah, were you like I don't mean to get too personal. Were you like an
No,
athlete
no,
in high
no.
school or?
So in high school, I played basketball from third grade up until my junior year of high school, and I was actually in the marching band. I played the sousaphone.
Hey, no, no, marching. Hey, I'm in the Navy, so we marched a lot. So trust me,
Yeah.
I'm the last. I can't make fun of the marching at all because first thing I did when I got in the Navy, live right every morning in boot camp. So
Yeah.
yeah, I can't make fun of the marching band.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
did basketball for years and marching band, and then once I got to college, I stopped working out. I did college and worked, and actually just became very dormant and gained some weight, and that's why I ended up doing weightlifting to get into shape so I could wrestle. And no, I do. I love working out.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah. Because when I saw that one picture of you and Brooke Havoc, and how I found out was I saw there was a headline that said Brooke Cody Rhodes student making her debut on AEW Dark or Dynamite.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, and I saw her on Instagram, and then I saw that she had a tag team partner, which was you. And I'm that kind of guy. Like the way my brain thinks is like, yeah, you could tell me about uh, you could tell me about, and this might be a little bit. You might not know these two. Yeah, you could tell me about Wham,
Mhm.
and I know about George Michael. What about Andrew Ridgely? You could tell me about um Who's another popular? Okay, I mean, all three of them are pretty popular, but you can tell me about Migos. I know if you listen to
Mhm.
hip hop. You can tell me about
Yeah.
Migos. You can tell me about Offset and Quavo. But I want to know what's going on with Takeoff too. What's up? So when I saw you, I was like, yeah, Brooks got it. I got to see about Cat Spencer, man. Like she looks very impressive, and she looks like definitely like a legit like boss, like athlete wise, man. But yeah, said I bet you. I mean, because you had 3 months, 3 intense months of training in the
Yeah.
Nightmare Factory. Bet like that helped a lot. Like in terms of what y'all had to do. I mean, there was still new
Oh
things that you
yeah.
had to learn because it was you're training for professional wrestling.
Yeah, it was a
But
lot.
I bet it helped you a lot.
I actually, I say all the time, I miss the schedule we were on when we were in camp because we were so active. We did strength and conditioning for like 2.5 hours, something like that, and then we'd have like an hour break and then go to in ring for 2 more hours. And like I was in the best shape there, and I miss working out that much. I wish I could go back to that schedule, but I have to make money, and work gets in the way of working out all the time.
Yeah, you gotta get that bag, man.
Yeah.
Gotta get that bag. So after 3 months, and Coach Cody and Coach Glacier and Coach Ian and Coach QT and all the other coaches, they
Mhm.
finally give you the go ahead and say, "Hey, congratulations, you're good to go. Go wrestle all over the world, all over the country, and get your name out there." What feeling went through you when y'all finally graduated?
Sorry, you broke up a little bit. What was that?
When y'all finally graduated, when the coaches said, um, "You're good to go. You're officially a wrestler. You can go all over the country, if not all over the world, and wrestle and make a name for yourself." What feeling over you? Like, what was your mindset?
Um, I was ready uh to hit the ball running, but I took like a month before I started training again. Because I'm still at the school, and and then I think like 2 months later, I actually like got my first match, and sorry, my cat's like running around my feet. Um,
It's
he
okay.
yeah, no, I was ready to get going, and still now I'm 100% dedicated and like keep trying to get better, um, trying to find more shows to do. I'm just excited to do it, honestly, just all the time.
So your first match, it was at the student showcase. Before you and Brooke got into that car and made that bad end towards your first match, um, what was going through your minds? Were y'all nervous, or were y'all like, you know what, we got good training, we're two badass women, we got this? Or was it a
So
combination of both?
it was a little bit of a combination of both. It's really weird. So I get weirdly calm before a show. Like I'm nervous, but like not just like bouncing around like, oh, it's just like I get weirdly calm, and I actually I have a tendency to like mother my friends sometimes. So I was more so calming Brooke down, trying to be like calm for Brooke because Brooke was nervous. Like everyone else is usually nervous before a match, but I was just trying to be her rock and like be there and calm so she wouldn't, so neither one of us would freak out, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. But y'all did really great though.
Thank you.
Y'all definitely put on a great match. I enjoyed the whole show. Like I always, I haven't seen the third student showcase yet. I'm gonna see it before this month is out.
Mhm.
It's just that I'm actually working on some other things right now, but I'm definitely gonna check it out. But y'all definitely put your best and make great shows in those student showcases. And
Yeah.
I saw student showcase two before I saw student showcase one, and I was very entertained. And y'all definitely are the future of professional wrestling.
Thank
So
you.
so now let's talk about CCW, man. How what was it like wrestling up north? Up in the Northeast.
Oh, I mean, it was it was different. I didn't get to wrestle. I was just ringside with the sisters for that match, but like it was it was fun because it was like in a firehouse. I hadn't seen that before. So like we pulled up and it was in a firehouse. And like everyone was very welcoming and like the crowd just reacted really well to us. Like I Rob, were you there? You said you were there, right?
Yeah, I was security. I was the dude right there when y'all were kicking ass and give me the chair, give me the chair. That was me. That was me.
Yeah. And like we got that whole like basketball team, girls basketball team that was over there to like we were arguing with them. We were like, "Come on in. You know, we'll take it. We'll take the fight. You want to fight?" We were it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, the Northeast crowd is definitely unique from like I guess I've never really been to anywhere other than New York and New Jersey, but from New York and New
Mhm.
Jersey all the way down to where Rob is at in the Delmarva area, which is Delaware, DC, Virginia, and Maryland.
Yeah.
That's a unique crowd right there, man.
I do want to
Super
go up
fun.
there more because I'm from Northern Virginia originally, and like so
Okay,
I want yeah I would love to be able to get more up in the Northeast area. So
I'll tell you what though, since you've already met Rob, you're probably because Rob is actually training to be a referee.
okay.
If he makes any bad calls, please take it easy on him because we still want to have him back on our shows. And we know when
Okay.
referees make bad calls, bad things happen to them. So give him like a body slam or maybe a super kick or something. But just take it easy, you know what I mean? Because we need him back for our next show.
Okay, so I won't hit him with a spear. Got it.
Yeah. But I just got two more questions before I pass it on to Rob. And
Okay.
my second to last question is, um, one of your coaches, actually, Cody Rhodes, when he left WWE, he actually had a list of wrestlers he wanted to face in the very near future, and he posted it all over social media. And several other wrestlers started doing the same thing as well. Second to last question is, who are Kat Spencer's top five wrestlers that she wants to face in the very near future?
In the very near, well, let's see. Danny Jordan is actually pretty high on my list. Um,
Okay.
who else? Britt. Um, I don't. I mean, I don't have anyone that like. That's a hard question because I just want to. I want to. I would love to just work everyone, like have a match with
Okay.
everyone. Like I don't care. I'm ready to have. I'm ready.
That's cool. That's cool. Cat Spencer versus the wrestling world. Doesn't
Yeah.
sound too bad. Yeah. All right. So, and my last question is, um, now that you've graduated Nightmare Factory, um, and you're going all over wrestling and whatnot, um, where do you see yourself in 5 years in regards to professional wrestling?
Oh. um. I, I mean, everyone's goal is to be with a big company. Um. but as long as I'm still wrestling, like that's okay. I I'm here for I'm here to wrestle, and yeah, it. Don't get me wrong, love to be signed with a big company, but I'm not gonna sell anything else I'm doing like short.
Yeah, true. I would say if you have a chance though,
Mhm.
wrestle in Japan, take it with a smile and go.
Yeah, that
I was
that is
stationed
on.
over there for 3 years, and I loved it.
Hey, I'm not.
Um, and
I would love to wrestle. They,
yeah, I was there for 3 years, and I loved it. And I wouldn't mind going back. Christmas time is nice. Summer's pretty cool as well. People there are very courteous, and I tell any wrestler if you get a chance, even if it's one time, just go. And you'll get a
yeah,
whole different culture in a good way. Especially if you're an anime fan or just a fan of the culture in general.
yeah. The culture in Japan is great. I've always admired Japanese culture.
And the great thing about you actually just like now getting into wrestling, you came at like one of the best times to be a wrestling fan because there's no more just one company now. There's
Yeah,
several big companies out there that are making names for themselves. We no longer have a big three. I guess you could say we have a big five now or a big six because there's so many places where people can go and get their name out there. And that's what I love about professional wrestling these days. And I've been a fan for 31 years now, and it started off as it being like one big company, and another one that was up and coming, and wrestling only once or twice on the weekend,
hmm,
and now it's like six different big companies, and pretty much wrestling every day of the week. Like now it's gotten to the point where you can't even watch everything. Like there's just so much to watch. You got to pick and choose. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn it over to Rob. I know Rob has a bunch of questions for you. So Rob, go
okay.
ahead, man. The floor is yours.
All right, sweet. Thanks, Remy. So what's going on, Kat? How you doing?
I'm good. How about you?
Well, what I mean, it's kind of hot up here too. You know what I mean? It's been raining kind of off and on. But other than that, I'm all right. You know,
Yeah,
that's good. So you were talking earlier. You're like, I had to write this down. You played the sousaphone. Is that what it
yeah,
was? What is the
yeah,
sousaphone? I don't know anything. I just know guitar,
yeah.
bass, drum, saxophone, yeah,
No,
violin. I just know the basic stuff.
yeah. No one. You say sousaphone and no one ever knows what you're talking about, but that's the giant tuba that wraps around you with the big horn.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's what you played that. So yeah, did you have to like get somebody to go in like this?
No, I literally just lifted it up, where put it on. I was the only girl sousaphone player in my county until my senior year.
Okay.
So yeah, and it's usually like you usually see sousaphone players, and they're these like big dudes, but and then I'm just like this tiny little stick because I was a stick in high school, um, uh, carrying around this tuba.
Oh, that's pretty cool though. Yeah, yeah, I've seen that before when you were saying. I didn't know what that was called. I just thought it was like tuba, big tuba.
Yeah,
I just called big tuba,
yeah, it's
like
the
a
tuba.
like a yeah, like a fiddle. I call just a country violin or something. Like the country
Yeah,
violin.
I mean that's
There you
basically what it is.
go. There you go. So now you live your life a quarter mile at a time. You say you're like fan of cars and stuff. Now, are you
Yeah,
a big fan of the Fast and Furious movies, and do you
yeah,
watch
that's
those?
actually that's why I use that.
All right. Did you see the latest one? I haven't seen it
I
yet, but
did, I did.
okay. Was it pretty good? Was it like
Yeah,
I mean, it's a Fast and Furious movie. I mean,
yeah, exactly. I mean, it's a Fast and Furious movie, so you go and you watch it for the action, not so
hmm
much the story, but
yeah, yeah, it's pretty good.
yeah.
What's your favorite Fast and Furious movie? Do you
My
have one? Like,
um So it's funny. A little while ago, I had made a list. I ranked them with some friends. But Tokyo Drift and honestly, the first one. Those are the two best ones, in my opinion.
Yeah, I really like the first one. Tokyo Drift, when it came out, I was like, what? And then, after like two or three, and it was like, oh, they came wrapping around. Okay, all right, yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I like the little story they did. All right, I was like, yeah, that's pretty cool. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, do you count those The Rock and Jason Statham movies as a Fast and Furious movie, or is that just like, it's just its own thing?
So
Even though there are characters in it,
yeah, hold on. Stop. Yeah. I actually haven't seen those ones yet. So I don't really have an opinion on whether.
Okay.
Yeah. Because so I guess based off the fact that I haven't run out to see them, I guess you can say no, but I haven't watched them yet.
Yeah, what's it called? Hobbs and Shaw. Yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, it's not they're not really drag racing or nothing. It's pretty much a rock movie. Where
Yeah.
Jason Statham, they're going around beating people up and stuff. But they do have a thing. They go to Samoa, and they meet Roman Reigns there. He's like the Rock's
Yeah.
color, like that. Yeah, it's pretty cool. 'Cause I remember watching wrestling with my little niece, and Roman Reigns come out. And she was like, "That's the Rock's crazy brother in the movie." And da, 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 da. I'm like, "Yep, that's right." Watch what he does now. He's the tribal chief. So what would be your favorite or dream car that you like? Say you get the money, you can afford it. And it's like what's your car? What's your dream car? Like your favorite whatever that you can get that you're going to get.
Civic Type R. A Civic Type R. I am a huge JDM Japanese car fan. Civic Type R. Give me a 90s NSX.
Okay.
Integra. I got
Acura.
Yeah. The Integra is coming back next year, and I about cried. I was so happy. Just as far as like supercars go, is like a modern car. I do love the McLaren P1, and the new NSX is good too, but I'll take a 90s one over.
There you go.
Yeah.
See, I like older cars too. I'm even not like even forgetting like driving every day. I don't really like the newer cars. They have too many computers and because if it breaks down, I kind of like working on it myself. You know what I mean? Like especially some stuff. Some stuff I'm like, all right, yeah, I gotta go to the mechanic. But yeah, it's like it breaks down. Like I don't know how to change the computer and do all this stuff. I don't know what to do. It's like, oh yeah, here you go. It's all expensive.
Yeah.
But yeah, like if I, oh no, go ahead.
Oh, I was
you're
just
good.
saying, I love like I changed my own oil. Like I did my serpentine belt on my last car. Like working on cars, that's amazing. I just don't have the tools to do everything.
Yeah.
I need like a lift or something, but so I do have to go to the mechanic, but I prefer to do it all myself.
Yeah, I can do a lot of that with myself. But usually I have my dad or brother to help me. You know what I mean? Yeah, we use jacks or whatever. It's like stuff like that. Yeah. I don't think it's been a while since I changed the serpentine, but I've never done that by myself. That was, oh man.
I did it. So I love Hondas, particularly, as you could tell. And they make them incredibly easy to work on. So like my old RSX that I had, I changed the serpentine belt in like not even 20 minutes. And you just have to, just loosen it and change it.
That's true. Yeah, I have I actually drive a Honda Accord myself and on. I like it's easy working on, but sometimes it's so small I can't even get in there. I'm like, oh my lord. I don't even have
my hands were shredded after I did my serpentine belt.
Yeah, it's like oh, I don't have tools for this. I need some other kind of tools like mechanic tools. Like yeah, I can't do some of that stuff. Yeah, I'm like. But yeah, my like if I had a dream car, if I had money to get it, it'd be the car from Supernatural. If you ever seen that they're driving around that '67 Impala or whatever. I love that. Yes, I love those cars. You know what I mean?
Oh, I love
old school American muscle
cars. Yeah, I like classic cars, but my bread and butter is Japanese domestic.
if I could, if I could find one of those Model Ts or something, I would literally, like, you get out in the front, crank it up or something. I would drive that to like places,
Yeah.
I go to the store, or if, like, yeah, I'm working security or whatever, one CCW's there, I'll go right up in there, what I mean, just like that, I don't even care. That would be cool, man. Get a little
No,
Model
it would be
10. Oh,
fun.
yeah, that would be pretty fun. Oh man. Now, yeah, when you were saying you got into wrestling while watching that Usos New Day, Hell in a, I remember watching that match too myself, and that, oh yeah, it was just memories were flooded back. Yes, that
Yeah.
match is just great. Oh,
I always think back to that match, and like I said, that's one of my favorite matches to go back and rewatch.
oh yeah, I love when Xavier Woods comes in with that great big gong at the very beginning of the match. He's like, "It has begun," like that, and it's like it was on. It was on
Yeah.
like Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong and all the Kongs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah, it was a great match. Now, speaking of great matches and stuff and tearing stuff up, man, yeah, you were up there like it was 2 weeks ago. You were doing CCW, right? Yeah, 2 weeks ago.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yes,
It was a
yeah.
tournament.
So, they got a tournament coming up, for a championship. Is there any chance, you might, put your name in the hat? You know what I mean? And
I mean, yeah, I'm
we can see
trying.
some gold.
Yeah, I keep hitting up Marcello. I'm like, Marcello, put me in.
That's right.
So we'll see.
That's right. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna be there next show. I'm not gonna be. They said I might not be security. I'll probably be doing something else. You know what I mean? I might even get my first rep. You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be
There you
pretty cool. Yeah, I'm excited. You know what I mean? I'll do whatever they ask. If they're like, yeah, we need you to take tickets for a night. I'm like, I got you. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
got you. Ain't no big deal. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. Oh man. Oh, I did want to ask you one more thing about cars. The Barrett Jackson auctions. Do you watch those?
Occasionally.
Okay.
I don't seek them out, but like, when they play them at a restaurant or a bar or something,
Oh, okay.
I'll pay attention and like get really invested into it when I'm there, but like when I'm sitting at home, I don't watch them.
Yeah, when I go to, I stop over at my mom and dad's room. My dad, he'll always watch it and stuff, and I'll watch, I'll sit there and watch it with him. I'm like, oh my God, $500,000. I'm like, oh, I got a heart attack, you know what I mean? Like, oh man, that auction, like, woo. Yeah, it's like sometimes the cars get up in there and it's like, oh my Lord. Oh. So are you for CCW? Are you coming back in September, or do you not know yet? Are you
I won't
still?
I won't be there in September, but I'll be there definitely in November and December.
Okay, sweet. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, yeah. Hopefully you get in that tourney. You know what I mean? We can see. Yeah, I'll pull for you. You know what I mean?
Thank you.
Oh, got the cat on there.
Yeah, he's being very needy right now.
Hey, don't worry about it. I have 3 beagles, and usually, Lucy's gonna come in here and bug me. But I got on some bones, and they're out there in the living room. They're doing their things. They're good. So what is your when's your next show?
My
Do you have
next
one?
one,
Do you have one coming up?
I'm probably blanking. I think my next one is September 11th down here in Georgia. That's why I'm not going to be in Delaware, but I don't. Yeah, September 11th. I'm going to stick with right now.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool.
It's GPW.
Okay, so I was watching some of your matches online and stuff, and I seen the one with Crystal Rose, and you're just out there just tearing it up and all, man. Just like, what was it like going out there just wrestling, from all of them? Just you're out there dominating, but I know it didn't go. I think she held the tights, you know what I mean? Like if I was ref, and I'm like, oh, I think he was holding the tights, you know what I mean? So
yes, I still hold that she definitely cheated. She pinned me. I think she had her feet on the ropes or something. Because
that's right.
I had her that entire match, and then all of a sudden, 1, 2, 3, okay.
Yeah. Plus, I think that ref did a fast count anyway, too. You know what I mean? I kind of seen her hands, go like this. I'm like, oh, I think she's holding it tight. And I'm like, oh, ref. That's probably why the ref was at that ring real quick. He knew what he did.
Exactly.
That's right. That's right. But yeah, that was an awesome match. You were tearing. Yeah, it was the whole match. Yeah, I was like, woo. That's right. Yeah. You don't want to get in the way of you. Yeah, that's right. She did cheat. That's right. So, so what is like the farthest you've traveled? Is like, have you gone anywhere like toward the West Coast? Have you been farther north,
No,
Delaware, or just pretty much
Delaware's the
there?
furthest I've gone so far.
Okay.
Before that, it was just North Carolina.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So I'm still relatively in one area, but like I said, I'm trying to get more in the north. Um, and hey, hopefully get over to the west. But
Oh yeah, that's
that, that that's going to be a while, probably just because travel's expensive. So
oh yeah.
I have
So
family
like,
up north, so it's easier.
oh yeah. So yeah, family up north. You can just crash it there. You know what I mean? You're like, oh, I ain't
Yeah,
got to worry about motels or staying somewhere. Let me just sleep on the couch or whatever. You got a spare
exactly.
bed. Somebody will hook you up. Somebody will hook you up somewhere.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. So where are your like I know you said you like to wrestle in Japan. What are some other like top places like you would love? After like restrictions lift, you're like we're allowed to travel like freely, whatever. Like, where would you
Yeah.
like to go? I mean, like England, like
Definitely
Australia, stuff like that,
England.
Canada.
I'll definitely say England. Like I said, Japan. Um, Australia would be fun. I love to travel. So again, I know I keep giving like very open-ended answers, but
Okay.
like I love traveling. So like if I have the opportunity to go somewhere, I'm gonna go. Um, Regardless, I'll give it a chance.
That's
I'll
right.
give everything a chance. I'm very open to new experiences. So if the opportunity presents itself, I'll go.
I don't blame you there. I'm the same way. I'm G Whiz Rob. You know what I mean? I like everything. I'm like, oh yeah, I'll go do that. I'll travel there. That's cool. Yeah, whatever. you know.
Yeah.
Oh man. So when you were traveling, when you were training at the Nightmare Factory and stuff, like what were some like great advice that the coaches have given you that you're still using for today or whatever?
Um, you get out what you put in. You have to
Hmm.
do the work. Um, Man, that's the biggest one, honestly. Just you're only gonna get out what you put in, so
Hmm.
you have to do the work. QT always tells us like it's a report card. Like you should have all. You gotta get those A's. So you
Yeah.
gotta think of it as a report card and gotta check the boxes. You gotta put work out, go to training, get matches, put yourself out there. So that's probably the biggest thing.
That's cool. Yeah. That's right. You're going out there and make your name, just dominate and tear it up everywhere like you've been doing.
Yeah.
That's right. So you said you haven't been doing too much of the workouts, like every day or whatever, like the schedule you're on or whatever.
Well, I mean, I still work out. I just wish I
Yeah,
could work out as much as I was before.
yeah. That's
Um,
what I meant.
yeah. No, I
So
go.
oh no, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say like every day there's I'm working something else like whether it's back in bicep or um tricep, chest, legs. So I still have a regular
Yeah.
workout routine. I just wish I could work out as much as I did then.
Now, when you were working, when you were training and stuff, working out with them, was that like when you were like benching and squatting and lifting your like the heaviest you've lifted or whatever?
Um, So as far as squats go, because of the pandemic, I wasn't at the gym as much, so my weight had gone down. So it ended up just being I got back up to my working weight before the
Okay.
pandemic. Um, but definitely when it comes to like chest press, um, that was probably the best I've ever and the highest I've ever been. I haven't gone down since
Okay.
training ended. Um, I've only improved or from that one, but I definitely got more out of the chest because I work legs. Everyone hates leg day, but I love leg day. So
Yeah, leg day ain't bad. You know what I mean? Working out the leg, that's pretty cool. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like, kind of easy. I think. Yeah, I think that's kind of easy.
You have to lift people and you have to lift with their legs. So why wouldn't you do legs?
Yeah, I know. You know what I mean? Yeah, strengthen your legs, back, and all that stuff. You know what I mean? So you're good to go. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You don't want to be like all super old. You know what I mean? Bend over. You know, let me grab this pen. And you're like, oh, my back. Yep, here we go. And you're like,
exactly.
see,
Throw out the crap.
see. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that benching stuff. Yeah. You gotta have somebody with you. You don't want to be struggling. You're like, oh man. Yeah,
Yeah.
that benching, will get you. Yeah. Now, do you have any workout tips or whatever you could give somebody? You know, like maybe me or something. You know, trying to, because I've been on Operation Fat Rob for like 20 years. You know what I mean? And some reason it's not working. You know what I mean? I don't know what I'm doing. I eat all the cheesecake, all the tacos, all the pizza, but my body's just like, yeah, we're gonna we're gonna metabolize all this.
Just don't get discouraged and um just make sure your form is right. If you're doing wrong form, Dean, when I work out with Dean always makes sure I'm doing it right. He's like, no, don't add more weight because you're doing it wrong. Um, and make sure my form is right. um, so like, you're only gonna hurt yourself if you got wrong form. So if you don't know, make sure you look it up.
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
but stay motivated. Don't
Mhm.
get down on yourself when you um, can't do it or you're struggling.
Yeah, yeah. That's good advice. That's good advice. Yeah, because yeah, I like that. Yeah, because some people like they're afraid to go to gyms because there's dudes in there benching 250 and all. And it's like I can barely get 50 pound. I barely bench the bar. You know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah,
you gotta start somewhere. You know what I mean?
exactly. I
Yeah.
used before I started working out all the time. I used to get I hated going to the gym because there's so many people around and like felt intimidated. But once I stopped paying attention to everyone else around me and what they were doing and just focused on what I was doing, it became a lot easier.
hmm Yeah. That mental thing down. You know what I mean? Like whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm good to go and do my thing. So I gotta ask, yeah, what is on? Yeah, you're working out. What's on the playlist? What you got on the playlist?
Um,
Is it random?
it's so my music taste is very wide. Um, so it will go from like one of the songs on my playlist is Level Up from Sierra. That's a really great song to work out, but it will go from that to like Metallica, Blackened or Ride the Lightning. Get some ZZ Top in there. It
Okay.
jumps wildly. There will even be some like show tunes from like um Les Miserables, Sweeney Todd. Like it's wild. People hate listening to my music because one minute you're bopping to like DMX and then the next you're singing show tunes.
Mm. Yeah, I know the feeling. I'm like that too. My music taste is wide. It's just I'm DMX 1 minute and then Metallica the next, and then I'm listening to Adele. I'm singing "Hello from the outside." I'm just out there doing that. Yeah, it's just the Weird Al comes on, and
Yeah.
I even had my Spotify. I literally have epic rap battles. You ever seen that YouTube
Yes.
channel? I have those. I have some of those on my playlist. Like I was listening to Mr. T versus Mr. Rogers before I came on here, and I was like,
It's okay. I have Bob's Burgers soundtrack on it. So like the random songs they sing in Bob's Burgers, well, those play too.
oh yes. I was going to ask about Bob's Burgers too. I've seen some of that now. Yeah, yeah. How big of a fan are you of that show? Do you love that
I
show?
I
Just
love that show so much. Louise is my spirit animal. I love Louise, and then there's a little bit of Tina in me. Even Jean, the whole family. I
mhm.
I have a little bit of the entire family, and I watch it on repeat. Especially, I think my favorite episode is Tina's birthday in the first season, and like if I have made it all the way through this show again, I'll start, and I always start with that one, and then pick random episodes from there. I love Bob's Burgers so much.
Yeah, it's that show. It actually grew on me because I remember watching the first season, and I was like, it's kind of like hit or miss for me. And then the second season came on, I was like, I'm gonna give it another chance. And yeah, I was like, oh, this show's great.
Yeah.
Probably my favorite one would be the one where the kids go. I think was it Halloween or something, or the factory was getting blown up, like Taffy Factory, and they like a Goonies
Oh
style
yeah.
thing. They went in there, and then Bob and Louise, or Bob and Linda had to go there and
Yeah.
save them and stuff. The thing blew up like right when they just left. Yeah, that was my favorite one.
Yeah. Their Goonies type episode.
Yeah, yeah, that's a good one. Another what was I watched? There was one I watched the other day. Is one where the Jaws type animal
Yeah.
was there, that thing, and it got loose, and Teddy was like,
And
like,
they buried it underground. Yeah.
yeah.
Love
Oh
Bob's
man, that
Burgers.
was great. Yes, yes, I love it. Now I also like that show Archer. It has the
Yes.
same guy.
I was gonna
Now,
bring that up.
now they have
He's great.
they have an episode in Archer where he has like amnesia and he wakes up and he's doing Bob's Burgers. It's
Mhm.
just so great. If you've never seen it, you gotta check it out. Oh
Yes.
yes, yeah. Every time, whenever I watch Bob's Burgers, I think of Archer too, and vice versa.
Yeah.
I'm just like,
I
yeah,
end up flipping between the two.
uh-huh. Yeah, to this day, yeah, my friends, they're like, why you say phrasing all the time? I don't say that's what she said or whatever. I'm like,
No, it's
phrasing,
phrasing.
phrasing. That's right. They're like, do you want ants? That's how you get ants.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, those shows are great. Yes, I can flip back and forth on that. Oh man, and I also like when they have like the Bob's Burgers. The actors from there, come on Archer and all that stuff. And all that.
Mhm.
It's like, oh man, here you go.
Yep. Crossover a
Oh,
lot.
oh yes, that's great. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have I'm gonna start over Bob's Burgers again or whatever. Yeah, you got me wanting to do it.
Yeah.
That's one of my shows. It's one of the comfort shows. I mean, after I watch a bunch of stuff, I'm like, I don't know what to watch. I'll put that on or something. That's one
Yeah.
of
I
the
have a
shows.
rotating 4 shows.
That's right. Yeah, there is another show I like. What We Do in the Shadows. It's about these vampires living together, and oh my
Um,
lord, it is hilarious. It's
is
probably one of
it?
the most funniest. Yes. Oh, it's hilarious. These guys are like they're just they're like jackasses. They're just oh man, it's great. Now, before I pass it on back to Remy and stuff, I do want to ask, do you have any, traveling around and stuff, and training at the factory, man? Do you have any, funny backstage or road stories that have happened, like maybe somebody forgot their gear or, you got, stuff like that, just something crazy, something wild.
Not one that stands out. I mean, I can't think of one story in particular, but I mean, we have a vlog, Wrestle House, and that's where a lot of our funny times end up happening. So go check that out. I post. I mean, we post every Thursday, so we have a new episode coming out tomorrow. But that's. I can't think of a particular story, but all of our fun times are on there.
You said it was Wrestle Vlog, right?
It's the Wrestle House
Oh,
live.
the Wrestle House. Yeah, the Wrestle.
Yes.
Okay, my bad. I wrote down Wrestle Vlog. I'm gonna write this down because I'm definitely gonna check it out. The Russell Howell. All right. You said every Thursday y'all do shows and all that.
Yeah, every Thursday we put out new episodes.
All right, that's what's up. All right, yeah. So I do want to say, before I pass on back to Remy, I do want to say, thank you, for taking time out of your day, coming on chatting with us. I definitely had a blast, talking cars and all that good stuff about some
Yeah,
little Bob's Burgers with you. It was a blast.
thank
I hope to
you.
see you. I can't wait to see y'all come back. Delaware CCW. Kicking ass, dispensing justice in that ring again. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Hopefully I won't be as close this time because I won't be afraid to get any shrapnel. You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
I'll try and avoid you.
All right, sweet, sweet, awesome, awesome. So yeah, before you go, I wish you nothing but the best in your future and all that. I wish you all the positive things happening to you, your family, your career, all that good stuff. You know what I mean?
Thank you.
All right. And I hope you have a nice day, Remy.
You
Back to you,
too.
man.
Kat, thank you very much for giving us this opportunity. We really and truly are grateful and appreciative of you taking time out of your busy schedule to shoot the breeze about your wrestling career and so on. Like Rob said, we wish you all the best. Keep on cracking out those great matches. Hopefully, one day, if we're in the same town, I can get to see you, wrestling and whatnot. You know,
Yeah.
whether it's with,
Thank
hopefully it's with either or solo. Well, no, it doesn't matter if it's Brooke Havoc or the Renegade Twins or you as a solo person. Once I get to see kick ass and take some names, that's all that matters, as
Yeah.
well. And like I said, if I see y'all becoming stable, if I see all four of y'all, I'm definitely gonna go out and buy me some shirts. I'm like, yeah, it's my stable right here. So that's what I'm rolling with.
I'll send it to you
But
right away.
yeah, yeah, before we let you close the show, where can fans find you on social media if they want to find out when your next appearance is,
So you can
and
find
or if they want to purchase merchandise?
so I don't have any shirts, they're
I
coming.
was gonna say where can
Um,
book. Okay,
yeah, I'm working on shirts, so those will be out soon. If you follow me on Instagram, it's the Cat Spencer. And then on Twitter, it's cat_Spencer20.
y'all make sure y'all follow this young lady. She's doing a lot of great things. If you have not checked out the Nightmare Factory student showcases, check them out. They're very impressive. Speaking of Nightmare Factory, shout out to my boy Nasty Leroy. Leroy, if you're seeing this, we're gonna try to get you back on the show. Jay Grio, I see you. I know who you are. We coming for you too, Ninja. Hashtag, that's a reference, old Booker T reference. So I always make fun of that guy with that. I should stop because he kicked my ass. But yeah. But Jay Grio, we're looking to have you on the show next, man. So you and Hunter, y'all don't go too far. We know who y'all are. We're gonna talk
I
to
mean, they're
y'all
right
real soon.
upstairs.
But and hopefully we can get Brooke Havoc on here one day real soon as
Yeah.
well. We know she's busy, get back in shape to return to the ring. And due to like an injury that she had. But get well soon, Brooke, if you're seeing this. But with that being said, it's that time for us to bid y'all adieu. But before we do that, Raw Base, where can fans find you on social media if they want to talk wrestling? Where can bookers and promoters find you on social media if they want to book you for their shows once you're done training to be a referee?
Yeah, you can find me on Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch at Rob_Base82, and then Facebook and YouTube is Rob Base.
Awesome. And if you want to find me on social media, not that I have anything cool to say, but who knows, maybe you'll actually get lucky one of these days. You can find me on social media under at the Remy Blue. You can also find me on Facebook. And I keep forgetting I have this account. It's under Remy Blue. It's a picture of me at WrestleMania 28. So you can definitely find me on those two platforms. Our podcast is also on social media as well. That's right. We're on Ringside. We're on Instagram and Twitter under at Ringside Society. We have a lot of cool things going on there. We actually have our latest Dream Match Wednesday post. That's where we pit two people that we think will make a great match. It could be independent wrestler versus independent wrestler. There'll be past or present wrestler. I mean, you never know what will come up. So definitely check it out. We're also on Twitch under Ringside Society 2019, which is where this episode is being streamed. And we're also on YouTube, which is also where this episode is being streamed as well. In YouTube, just type in Ringside Society, and if you see that logo over there, you're at the right place. But we're also on Teespring. Yes, we have merch for sale. We have several different kinds of designs. There are more to come. Copper shirt, copper coffee mug, copper face mask. All proceeds from those sales that we get will go back into keeping the show up and running. It does not go back into our pockets. Trust me. I'm still eating hamburger upper. I'm still eating Kool-Aid sandwiches. So yeah. But yeah, definitely definitely cop some merch from us as well for those of y'all watching. We do this for y'all, not just for us. But with that being said, we just want to thank everybody tuning in tonight live. Really and truly do appreciate it. We know we're not um, a big time podcast, but the fact that y'all actually still take time out to listen to what we have to say means a lot to us. To those of you that are going to listen later on via our YouTube, Twitch, or Facebook group, thank you very much in advance. And to those of you that hate us, can't stand us, really and truly wish we go away, well, I'm very sorry. But Rob, whenever we watch a Nightmare Factory student showcase, we're not going anywhere for a while.
They hate us because they ain't us.
And we ain't stopping. So with that being said, we here at Ringside Society are very well and aware that everybody and their grandparents and their parents have a podcast. But we're not your grandparents' podcast. We're not your parents' podcast. As a matter of fact, we're not just any podcast. Hey, yo, Rob Bass, one time for the mind, one time for the people, one time for the wrestling culture, and one time for Nightmare Factory graduate class one. Graduate Cat Spencer and the rest of class one. What type of podcast are we?
We're the Wrestling Fans Podcast.
That's right, we're the Wrestling Fans Podcast, Ringside Society, and we'll be back tomorrow, same time, same place, with another exciting episode. We'll be actually giving our predictions for NXT Takeover 36 with special guests, the Old Face Wrestling family. There's too many of them to name, but you'll see them there. But until then, we're still going through a pandemic. COVID-19 is still here. It's not gone yet. So until it's gone, stay safe, stay healthy, be excellent to each other, and party on, dudes. We out. Peace.
Bye.
See y'all. Good night. Stay classy, Delaware.